Usually when I give these little off-the-cuff things, I don't actually have video aids, but this time I do, and it pretty much illustrates my philosophy, and it's basically what I'm saying. Hopefully this thing is not going to be more than a couple of 3 minutes. I've got this theory that you know, a lot of us are watching YouTube, so it makes us at least to one degree or another technical, or at least technically apt. But the secret to buying any piece of electronic equipment, I believe, is this: very simply, always buy the middle of the line. Was this Hero 3 is a silver, the top is Hero 3 black. The Hero 4 is a silver, the top is Hero 4 black, and the Sessions is somewhere in that middle range, because it doesn't do, you know, all the things the black does, the 4K, etc. But my thing is this: if you're going out to buy anything, including detectors, if you notice, most of my detectors, with the exception of the Deus, are probably more or less in the middle of the line of those manufacturers. But other than that, I always try, if there are multiple things, to buy the middle of the line. And this is the basis. If you buy the low end of the line, there usually is a major to considerable functional difference between the bottom of the line and the middle of the line, the next step up. Now, and sometimes these next step up are groups. There are bottom groups and middle groups, etc. You'll have to determine that yourself. It gets complicated if you overcomplicate the example. So I'll leave it at this. I always get the middle of the line. Now, if you've got no money concern, you buy top of the line. You know, that's natural. But usually the difference between the middle and the top are bells and whistles rather than major function. In fact, the Hero 4 can do 4K, but at a slow frame rate compared to the Hero 4 Black. So that's basically my thing. If you're going to buy a technology purchase and you have tiers, you know, buy the middle. If you can afford it, buy the one just below the top, because the top tends to be bells and whistles. And laptops, you can get a very good laptop in the middle, but usually the thing that differentiates that from the top is very fast processors, very fast drives, which could be important for video processing, but it's also very oriented toward gamers. So unless you are a gamer, why buy the fastest and the best unless you have the money to spend? Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. My whole title for this thing is always consider the middle, because you get most, if not all, of the function. And unless the bells and whistles of the top end are required for what you're doing, don't even worry about it.